get this done. Gotta be quiet. The baby's still sleeping. So we're trying to get one in.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got a good one on tap between the visiting Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here.
Me up at
they come in on a
3:30 in the morning.
Of 3 straight.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown
We'll nap
victory.
later.
They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they could get it.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Cardinals here, they come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. Under center, it'll be the former UCLA Bruin, Josh Rosen.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It's too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And his first pass is incomplete. J.J. Nelson, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. It's Rosen again. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Detroit! They go play action here on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. A look now at the defensive starters for Philadelphia. They were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. On 2nd down, Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And able to find Kirk complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. He pushes forward from maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Tyler Kroft, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now, this is a crew, they've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They're led onto the field by the former 3rd-round pick back in 2012, and that's the quarterback Nick Foles.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no intercept. But they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
Here we go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he powers his way up past the 30. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand 38!
On second down, here's Smith. And not much of an opening there as he's only going to get this to about the 32. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. We show you now the starters on the defensive side for Arizona. They enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
Let's go! Brand 38!
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play, and 3rd down deep. Something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Christian Kirk deep to return it. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 15.
Let's go! 3-19!
Now Rosen on 1st down. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
All right, here we go. Green!
From the gun, it's Rosen. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And even 50 receiving yards for him now in this first quarter alone, and also a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. And pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Good job, Darby.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And that's complete to Croft. And out across midfield down to the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now it's Rosen. Screen play, Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked down. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. And, Johnson dinged up a bit. Still down. Hopefully nothing serious.
Good job, Coach. Good job. Good job, D. Let's go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That guy can't stay healthy.
So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
All right.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. Here's here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. And his pass incomplete.
You know what? I mean... Hell, let's see what this guy can do. Shit.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here they come, 2nd and 10 now from the 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
He'll look to throw. And he connects with Ertz. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
That guy's gone. 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 Touchdown. Patriots. Oh.
Hurry up, here we go.
A handoff to Smith. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Let's go. Green 39.
He'll look to throw.
Green 39.
And an alley to run. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed.
They'll set up a throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
All right, take it to the second
It's a gain
quarter.
of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense,
Take it to
be
the
aware
second.
a ball may come your way.
off here as time will expire on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll try and run for it with Smith. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Stevie, you got to block him, guy.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Here we go. Now let's go.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Damn, Curly.
They run with Logan, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run. Because you want to know how you guys are going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it, what kind of cuts he's going to make, and it's really anticipatory. And when you're really locked in together, you know what he's going to do before he actually does it. On this play, that didn't happen at all, and that turned into a big loss.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. And he floats one there, incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick.
Oh, God.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
Damn it.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney.
They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole.
You just couldn't get it there. You saw him, but that linebacker is sitting there. So you're trying to wait till him to clear. I saw what you tried to do, Teresa. I saw what you tried to do. I saw what you tried to do. I saw what you tried to do, dog.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 13 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Set, blue, landing.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Here comes Josh Rosen and the Cardinals offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Encroachment, defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still first down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. On the carry, it's Logan. And he stopped immediately there. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On second down, here's Rosen. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Off the play fake, here's Rosen. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Was that Peppers?
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Good job, Peppers. Oh, no, that was Jalen Mills. Jalen Mills, okay. These guys, I don't believe fat need greasy.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They want to go to the air again with Rosen. He finds his target, Fuller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now let's go. Green.
This is Logan. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom.
They run a draw here on second down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll go on the ground. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. The Cardinals on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now let's go. Blue landed. Blue landed.
Rosen will throw. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
He may go back to the huddle and have a little discussion with his passer. You know, maybe you don't have to leave me quite that much. But on that play, bailed him out in a big way, didn't he?
He did indeed. Hey, at least he gets to put it on the highlight reel. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
To throw is Rosen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow.
A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
Take it to the half.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
God, he threw it right to him. Threw it right to that guy. Wow.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital. And it's the Seahawks who have the lead in that one. Doug Baldwin up over 100 yards receiving with 2 touchdown grabs. From there, we head over to Detroit. Check on the Lions at home, Ford Field. And they trail the visiting Chicago Bears. 2 touchdown passes there for Teddy Ballgame. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. The Dolphins locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. In our game, it's been the UCLA man, Josh Rosen, with the strong first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. Come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Let's go. Green.
That guy fumble. That guy's so stupid, man.
Right back to him on first down. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. This quarterback now 5 of 6. Very accurate since taking over. And he's got his guys a first down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, a 22. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his team on offense that they try and get him the ball early. And, of course, what comes after that is often. And for them to limit him and did not catch him.
Good job, Dreesen. Way to move that guy. Way to move him. You had to move this guy right here, and you did.
The ball until the second half. It's a big reason why his team is behind on the scoreboard.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are back within a score.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And his rough afternoon continued as he's going nowhere again. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They run again with Logan, and he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he goes out right around the 39.
Damn, come on, guys. We can't get off the field on third down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for him, too.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here we go. Green 39.
Rosen to throw on third down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fuller. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, it's Rosen. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again, it's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and just like that, it's third down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Rosen. And he connects with Ebron. And he's taken down inside the 30.
Gosh, we cannot get off the field on third down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
And they'll run it here. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Jordan Hicks coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Rosen. It's caught. Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Now let's go.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
And actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown.
Come on, why are we wasting time? I mean, well, the Patriots quarterback stinks.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Robert Nkemdiche, the one to bring him down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's go.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Dorsett's got it. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Smith. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it again with Smith. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll give it to him right up the gut, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Detroit!
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Elliott now to add the extra point. Elliott good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you think to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Leopard! All right, here we go.
Rosen on 1st and 10. And a grab by Croft. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Guys, we can't stop them.
Let's go. 3-19.
And they'll go on the ground. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, you can't stop them.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free,
We can't
but
stop
a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
They are doing what they want to do.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side.
I mean, are you kidding me?
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards.
Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now Rosen looking to throw.
Look at this shit.
Caught by Nelson left side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Wow.
J.J. Nelson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Wow.
When we draw up defenses on the board, we do account for every receiver. But on that particular play, somehow he was wide open, became an easy touchdown pass.
If that was you, Jabril, you gone after this game. Fucking peppers. You sorry. You know what? Yep. Yep. McLeod, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, McLeod. I'm sorry. Guy out of here. I'm sorry.
Extra point attempt to follow here. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Wow.
So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona.
Wow.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll weave his way up, all the way up, a few yards shy of midfield.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nicholson's terrible.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
That's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go!
They'll look to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bud Dupree in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Here we go now.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Green.
To throw is Rosen. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good. But when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Here's Brett Kern now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. With his guys trailing here in the 4th, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Hurry up, here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. This is intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now it's Rosen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Logan. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Rosen will throw. And this one's taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete.
The ball. They're helping me.
The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Rosen to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today.
Wow.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. The pitch goes to Smith. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far. Big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game. Exactly the formula they need. And I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true, that's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. The Eagles on third down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On play action, they'll throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. So out now come the Cardinals. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
All right, here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down at the 18. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now Rosen. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The Cardinals on third down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Green 39! Green 39!
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that third down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
Well, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And possession will switch hands first. In 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Foles. Bird shrugs him aside. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. Now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Foles. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 23 yards on the play. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Trunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are back within a score. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for him. A nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
Elliott on for the extra point. Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Elliott now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down again, and you still have the lead.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. And his throw here is incomplete. Eric Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rosen. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35.
Are you kidding me?
And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line.
This guy throws it.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker.
2 guys. Wow.
The rookie Rosen has the Cards on the move. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Now Rosen on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Let's go!
Here's Edmonds. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Set! 3-19!
He'll look to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go.
Wow.
And that will extend their lead even further. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Foles. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, a 22. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score.
God, I mean, we got no one to blame but ourselves. I mean, we just didn't stop them.
Now Foles. And that is incomplete.
Damn.
Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. They'll set up to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch counter punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
No, check, Patriot!
Again, they run with Edmonds. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now Edmonds. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
That's taken it around the 40. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Arizona, it'll be a .500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss.
You need me? You need Pep. Okay. Sorry, bitch. Get that guy out of here.